The free header! Oh, superb from Leif Davis!
Ipswich Town are currently third in the championship and right in the middle of a fierce promotion race. One of the most well-balanced sides in the league, Ipswich faced a tough challenge in this match against Derby County. Derby set up with a mid-block press, aiming to deny space and slow Ipswich down as much as possible. But Kieran McKenna found a solution, and Ipswich secured a valuable 2-1 win. In this analysis, we'll break down the key ideas McKenna brought into the game and how Ipswich consistently created the moments that decided it. To analyze Ipswich's attacking patterns, we first need to examine the defensive structure Derby set up in this match. In this sequence, Derby's first line of pressure does not step up aggressively, even when a defender is in possession. As Ipswich's defender carries the ball forward to draw the press, Derby choose not to engage and instead focus on reorganizing into a 4-5-1 mid-block. Only when the defender plays a forward pass into a higher player does pressure finally arrive. Once the ball is recycled back to the defender, Derby again refrain from pressing and maintain their compact shape. When the pass is played out to the right fullback, the entire mid-block shifts toward the ball side. At the same time, the nearest defender steps out to apply pressure on the fullback. The result is a clearly defined block that has shifted almost entirely to the right following the ball. In the next sequence, Derby are set in a compact 4-5-1 low block in the defensive third. Recognizing the lack of space inside the block, the possessor avoids forcing a risky pass through the center and instead switches the ball across to the left. As the new possessor carries the ball forward, Derby do not aggressively close down. Rather than committing to full pressure, they drop slightly and prioritize maintaining their defensive structure, focusing on denying space and preserving compactness over immediate ball recovery. Against a Derby side that drop into the mid-third and prioritize denying space, Ipswich relied on two main build-up solutions. The first was to exploit the wide areas. In this sequence, the opponent's block is already compact around the ball side, making a forward pass difficult. Ipswich, therefore, switch play from right to left through a series of short passes. As intended, once the ball reaches the left side, Derby's block shifts across to follow it. When the left fullback receives the ball, the left winger drops deeper to draw out a defender and create space. At the same moment, the center forward makes a sharp curved run into the space behind the left flank. Taking advantage of the gap created by the defensive shift, the fullback delivers a direct pass into the channel in one action. In the next sequence, Ipswich regain possession after winning an aerial duel from Derby's goal kick. As Derby immediately pressed to recover the ball, Ipswich circulated quickly with short passes toward a free midfielder in central space. When two opponents step in aggressively to press the possessor, the ball is switched toward the left side, where pressure is lighter. The left fullback carries the ball forward and combines with the winger who has dropped to receive. As the winger takes the first touch, two defenders are drawn toward him. Meanwhile, the fullback accelerates into the space behind the left flank. With Derby's attention focused centrally, the flank becomes free, allowing the fullback to exploit the open space and continue the attack.
Great ball from Jack Clark.
The second solution was to attack the central area by utilizing the attacker's quick, momentary drop movement. In this sequence, the defender carries the ball forward toward the halfway line to draw pressure and create space. Despite the risk, he successfully attracts two opponents. As they step out, a passing lane briefly opens in the central area. The forward reacts instantly, dropping into that space to provide a passing option. The defender delivers a direct pass into him. As soon as the forward receives the ball, the opposition collapse aggressively to press him. This movement opens space in behind. The left fullback immediately attacks that central area. Using a nearby midfielder as support, the forward initiates a quick three-man combination with the underlapping fullback, allowing Ipswich to break into a dangerous area in one fluid action. In the next sequence, the possessor is positioned on the left side, but the opponent's block is already compact, making forward penetration difficult. To draw pressure and create space, he recycles the ball back to a defender. The opposition, determined to maintain their mid-block, initially refuse to step out. The defender then carries the ball forward again, attempting to provoke movement. When pressure finally comes, he switches play to the right. However, the block remains disciplined and does not fully engage. To force a lateral shift, Ipswich circulate the ball with short passes back toward the left. At the same time, the left winger drops centrally to pull his marker inside. This triggers a chain reaction. The left fullback accelerates into the space in behind on the flank. The defending side are forced into a dilemma and ultimately choose to protect the space behind. As a result, space opens centrally. Recognizing this, the possessor plays into the now free winger, positioned in the central zone, allowing Ipswich to exploit the central space and continue the attack.
Playoff places.
In the attack phase, McKenna's main solution for breaking down the opponent's block was to exploit the half spaces. In this sequence, the left winger in possession finds no clear passing lane. To avoid immediate pressure, he carries the ball diagonally toward the right, dragging his marker with him. He then plays the ball to the right winger on the flank. Seeing that both a first defender and a covering second defender are positioned behind him, the right winger avoids forcing the action and recycles the ball back to the left winger. As he does so, he slightly drops deeper to draw attention and shift the defender's focus. While the opposition collapse toward the new possessor on the right side, attacking midfielder Mehmeti makes a sharp run into the right half space. Although two defenders attempt to recover, they react too late. Mehmeti reaches the space and delivers a cutback, creating a dangerous opportunity.
Good movement from
In the next sequence, Mehmeti is in possession, but the opponent maintain a very compact central block. Once again, he carries the ball toward the right to escape pressure and draw defenders out of position. As the defensive focus locks onto Mehmeti, right winger McAteer makes a quick run into the right half space. Using his pace, he breaks free without real contest and delivers a deep cross toward the far post. Inside the box, the center forward occupies one defender in the central area. At the same time, another runner attacks the 6-yard box, drawing additional defensive attention. This coordinated movement leaves left fullback Davis free at the far post, where he meets the cross with a clean header, ultimately converting the chance into a goal.
the free header. Oh, superb!